Okay, so my best friend was about to throw this mirror away, and I had a cousin that wanted a vanity mirror, or a mirror to sit on top of her dresser. So I said, let me get it, and she let me get it. So I'm about to flip this mirror and make it something cute, and just keep watching to see how I do that. So I'm using this paint. I picked it up from Walmart. It's just a flat matte white paint. You can use whatever paint you want for this. You can switch up the colors. I just used a white paint because I already had it. I was going to use gray because her room colors are pink, gray, and white, but I was just using pink and white flowers, so I wanted a white background just in case you can see through any of those flowers, then you would see the white background. So this is one of those trays that you get from the Dollar Tree that comes with a little foam roller, and it comes with this brush in there. So I'm just using that brush to get this paint on here. I did not use any masking tape to tape off the mirror because I thought I had some on hand and I didn't. I ran out. You can definitely do that if you don't want to clean up the mess of the paint off the mirror later, but I have worked with this paint before and it just scrapes off the mirror, or you can wipe it off with the mirror pretty easily. So that's why I wasn't too worried about getting paint onto the mirror, and I will show that a little later on in the video of how I just scraped that paint off and it just came right off. It didn't take any elbow grease at all. So I'm just getting one even coat on first, and then I'm going to let that dry. And once this first layer dries, I'm coming back right here with the second layer, just to make sure that it's a little bit more opaque. The first layer I can still see a little bit of wood peeking through, so this second layer made sure that I didn't see any of that wood peeking through at all. If you hear any crunching sounds in the background, my dogs literally just decided to start eating. So right here, I'm just literally taking the back of a nail file that has a flat edge to it, and I'm scraping that paint off, and it came off very easily. That's real time, not sped up. And then I just clean the mirror up after that with some regular just towel and some soap and water, or just water actually, and just clean up all that extra off the mirror, and it came right off. Alright, so these are the flowers that I'm using. I think these are called Peonies. If I got them wrong, either way, the description, it will be listed in the description below. I got them from Amazon. I got just the two bags, the one white, the one pink. I'm showing you right there that they do come with the little sticks if you want to use those, but I didn't need those, so I got rid of them. And right here I'm just arranging the flowers to see how I wanted to arrange them on the mirror. I was really, and also I was trying to make sure I was going to have enough. I did have a backup plan just in case I didn't have enough flowers. I had some other faux flowers that I got from the Dollar Tree that I was just going to use to fill in any gaps, but the two bags that I got end up working perfectly. But these flowers are so nice, they're so full, and I do love the fact that the stems came separate. So I would definitely check the description box if you are looking for any flowers that look like this, or if you want to get these, definitely check that down below. It's not sponsored. I bought them with my own money, so yeah, I will link that and everything else that I use in the description box. In just a minute, you're going to see me get kind of excited because it worked out perfectly and I didn't have to order any more flowers. Thank the Lord. Okay, so each of the flowers came with this little extended piece on the end where you stick the stem in, and I could not find my scissors at the time, so I'm just using a kitchen knife to cut that. Anyway, you got to get it done. You might use a box cutter. It's not that hard. All I had to do was line the blade up with that piece and put pressure on it, and it popped right off, because I needed that surface to be a little bit more flat for when I get ready to glue them down to the mirror. The next step is gluing all the flowers down once I've already placed them. You can't quite see it, but what I'm doing is I'm first of all, I'm using quite a bit of glue because I don't want these popping off. I am applying the glue to the very edge of the mirror to the wooden part, and I'm letting it drip down onto the actual mirror. So the mirror is so the flower is halfway glued to the mirror, halfway glued to the wooden frame, just to make sure it's secure, because I did want to cover a bit of the frame, a bit of the mirror, but I did want to still see some of the frame peeking through. So I'll get a different shot of that in a little bit, but just however you would like yours to look. If you want to cover the frame completely, you can cover it completely. This is just the look I was going for. Yeah, so I am going to go around the entire border. I'm leaving this in real time just so I can show you how quick it took. Literally, this whole thing from start to finish only took me about 4 hours, and that's only because I had to let the paint dry in between putting the two different coats on there. So this did not take long at all. After I show you how to do this, I just go off camera to finish putting the flowers around the entire border, and then I'm going to show you the lights that I use and how I situated those into the flowers. Any spots that I feel like need to be stuck down with a little bit of extra glue, I do take that gun and squeeze some onto the spot and then stick the flowers down. Okay, so right here I'm just showing you how it came out with just the flowers down. That's the flowers around the border completed. And these are the lights. I believe these are called fairy lights, twinkle lights. I can't quite remember, but I will link the description to where I got these. I have gotten them from a few different places, but they just come, wound up. It's kind of like, it's small like dental floss, but it's like a wire. So it's very easy to use, very easy to work with. And I just hang it over. I pick a corner of the mirror and I hang it over that corner, and I'm figuring out how I want to put the lights in between the flowers. I went with like a zigzag design at first, but I realized that I only had just enough to barely make it around the whole mirror. So I ended up pulling it all out, and I just put the lights in a straight line going across the top of the flowers, but I did nestle it in between the flowers so you can't see the wires. It's very easy to hide the wires for this. And in the next clip, I'm just going to show you how I secured the actual switch to the back of the board. Okay, so on this part, this is how I'm going to secure the lights to the back. You want to make sure these open right here. So I'm not going to open it all the way, but this side lifts up this way. You want to put your glue on this side so that you can change the batteries when it's time for the batteries to go out. So I'm just going to take some hot glue and put it on the back side of this and secure it so that the switch is still at the top right here. You can still turn the lights on. And these lights are very, very cheap. They're very, very affordable, I should say. So if they go out, or if you do need to rip these off, they only cost about $2 per light, so it's okay if you ruin it. You can just put another one on the back. All right, so this is the completed mirror. I just had to pop out the iPhone and get this footage because my camera wasn't doing it justice. I love the way this came out. I did not want to give this away. Let me tell you, I wanted to keep it for myself. And yes, this is a Snapchat filter because I could not get the actual color of the flowers with my regular camera because of the lighting that I had in this room, and I couldn't figure out the camera settings. So I was like, let me just pop out the iPhone. But you're in a little bit, you're going to see a picture of how they look with the lights on and with the lights off in the room. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until the next time, guys, you will see me in the next one. Bye.